and he sits on the board of Facebook. He made a very interesting comment. He said that it's not about our couple hundred million users of Facebook, but over 60 million of them actually check Facebook 50 times a day. The amazement, just the ability just to be connected and to be constantly checking. And again, all on mobile. So social media is mobile. It's about having your connection and constantly connecting. The next big force, and we've seen it, and this is kind of leading into the next level of my presentation, is really about Apple and the iPhone and the status quo that they've created around amazing mobile APIs. Being able to have one click in buying, being able to get immediate use, location, using accelerometers, the touch, microphone, rich media, browser, camera, all those things embedded into a creative experience. What you can do, like I just shared with the Obama app, and I'm going to show more, the ability to bring that into a rich experience that changes the landscape in terms of your relationship with your advertisers. And so these 10 forces are fundamental in the next wave in terms of building a mobile strategy. And I'm not going to repeat all of these, but just as summary in terms of this before I move to the next level. And so some stats. Everyone kind of bombards the audience with stats. I tried to do something quite creative, and I found there's something quite interesting about the magic number 3. And I just thought I'd kind of hit this. 30% of people use their device at the dinner table. 30%, some say mobile is the third eye. Some say the sweet spot for applications is about $3. 1 in 3 people would like to have an iPhone. 30,000 apps were approached 1 billion downloads. 2009 is the year of the third-party application. It is called the third screen. With an iPhone, you are never the third wheel. North America, about 30%. Text, about 60%, 2 times 30 text while driving. Leveraging mobile is not a 1 + 1 = 2, it's a 3 strategy. Mobile apps have replaced the third desire, eat, sleep, and sex, to an iPhone. Smartphone sales are up 30% per quarter. Yahoo study shows that 30% people browse when they're on the toilet. 3G, 3 billion mobile devices. Frost & Sullivan predict that mobile LBS will be a $3 billion industry by 2013. Mobile browsing is increasing 30% year on year. And last, third world leading in mobile innovation. And I just want to say here, final, mobile as a strategy should move from the third priority of print, interactive, to mobile as the first priority. So let me talk about some of those killer apps before we move on to a session with mobile people. It took 74 days for the first 1 million iPhones in 2007. And just some key stats here, 11 days to download 25 million apps. 60 million apps downloaded in the first month. It's potentially a $1 billion marketplace in the next 24 months. So you'll have access to these slides. And so defining the cool app process. I spent a lot of time looking at the entire app store when I was asked to do this and really look at it from the directory publisher's perspective on where there's an opportunity within applications. And I found 12 different areas or clusters of things that are very important that can affect your business. Things like sound and shake. Around me, not just from the standpoint of search, but entertainment. Multimedia live ads. Around me, taking it to the next level with verticals. The cross-media of web to mobile. News and info goes local. Search to perspective, socialization, bleeding yellow, and cross-media. And I'm going to walk through some of these. So sounds and shakes. I don't know how many of you have tried Urban Spoon. They've created a very niche vertical around restaurant search, but they took the idea of shaking in terms of finding a unique place, and they used that as a very unique way of marketing, and they've done a great job. Just sold to IAC. Another very unique application, 100 sounds. They have all kinds of sounds. Sounds of plumbers, sounds of toilets, sounds of different things. Why not, when you do a search, you get a sound immediately with that as part of the application? Something very creative. And then there's another very unique app that has awesome facts that links to all different locations. Why not link some of these things together in unique ways? The next is a company called Medialets. They're based out of New York. They've been winning a lot of awards in terms of using the accelerometer and all the different features to create a really cool multimedia local experience. We heard a great session on video. Now we can have shake and activate types of advertising. So the opportunity of doing things just beyond what we're even looking at today to really build that relationship with the advertiser. Another one, and I'm being very tied to events, is something dear to me. I've been doing a lot of consulting work with the music business. I did some work with Metallica when I was at Nokia. I happened to see 9 Inch Nails has just launched an iPhone app, and which I'll get to in a minute. And then I just also helped Coachella, which is one of the AEG events. It's one of the largest events in North America with 100,000 participants. And this is the map in the application. And you can see what they've done is they've mapped out the fairground. You can imagine 100,000 people on a fair and going all the different things that they could search locally while they're also at the event. So an incredible syndication opportunity to help the music industry struggling to monetize by bringing your advertisers into that application as well. 9 Inch Nails, this is just a Twitter stream. Anyone want to meet for drinks at Pike's on Friday? So, you know, all of the dialogues that are going on around entertainment, all built within a nearby, around me scenario for an artist's application. And then Eventful, which is one that also, amazing application for seeing what's going on. The next is, again, Socialize and Perspective, this new search paradigm. I put up 3 different applications. There's hundreds of applications that have come out of Twitter, many of them unique ones on mobile. Mustache has a product called Snyder that gives you the ability to tag all different keywords and follow them in real time. So you can actually have a real-time search and follow the different trends. Very powerful. Here's another one by Maplewoods Associates called the Human Thermometer, Weather. Just when I was coming to Barcelona, I not only got perspective of the weather, but you can get people talking about the weather, and it all's pulled into one little application to see that in real time. And then another one that I like by Topulus, which is an application called Twinkle, which is all location-based. So you actually can see people twittering around you based on location, even though they might not use a hash mark, but being able to see specific Twitter feeds that are happening around places. So very powerful example of using location around dialogues, etc. And then the next is this print to mobile, another unique application by friends over at Scamby. This is an ad they just recently did with Volvo that uses the barcode. But now it's starting to become mainstream because it's more standard in the product. And then we did hear a little bit this morning from about Yelp. I used the terminology bleeding yellow, kind of from the expression bleeding edge. They've taken